Um, this is an update from me. My name is Aliana Batoy. It is 11:53 and it's the 16th of August 2025. I am 20 years old still. Um, but I'm turning 21 in what is about to be 13 days. So that's pretty exciting. Um, where I'm at right now, I'm in my living room in my hometown. Um, this is where I've been sleeping this summer, but yesterday we just came back from our family holiday to Wales, which is it was really nice. It was Wales. Um, love a caravan holiday. Seems like our thing. What else? Yeah, I've been sleeping on like a mattress in the living room this summer. So that's been like since mid-July. Really does make you appreciate having your own space at uni, but being here is important for me and I like being here. So I'm not complaining. Um I didn't get a summer job. Um I got like one interview with Sports Direct, and as per the email, they were like, "You're just not the right person. You're not the right fit." And I was like, fairs. Yeah, yeah, can't argue with that. Um, okay, so music wise, I've got a list. This is my big book, my current big book. It's getting a bit. This is gonna sell for a fortune in future. I'm just saying. But I realized that during my year being 20, so much good pop music albums have come out. Um, one that I've been really loving at the minute, two actually. The week that just happened, I literally entered the week so depressed and like ready to just. So I came into the week listening to Willoughby Tucker, I Will Always Love You by Ethel Cain. So good. Favourites from there: Nettles, of course, Nettles, um, Janie, and Dust Bowl, but I also really like Radio Towers. That's just, it's just really good. I think what I like about Ethel Cain, similarly to a lot of the people I list here, and I really love like alternative pop female artists. I always describe them as very cinematic. Like they create a cinematic universe um, between like their aesthetics and the concepts that they write about and post or like make visual media about. Like I really loved BTS for that reason, and a massive like I would not be doing the degree that I'm doing now if I wasn't a BTS fan, because I loved their music videos so much. I'm not going on a tangent, but same with Lana Del Rey, even though they're having beef right now, but I really just love the world that they create and like embody. And that's not specific to them, like pop artists like Lady Gaga and girl groups like Cat's Eye. I don't know if that's a good example. Yes. So Willoughby Tucker went into the week listening to that. Left the week listening to Who's the Clown by Audrey Hobart. I love I love that album. I love that album. I think the marketing around it as well is just so smart, because yeah, it's so, a lot of people liken it to kind of like 2000s rom-com vibe. Like the main actress of a romance, like Bridget Jones or something. No, but like a more of an American one, like How to Steal a Guy in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and 13 Going on 30, that kind of thing. But for me, it just really reminds me of when I was like a preteen, like genuinely like a prepubescent preteen who was just like, I really want to be cool. I really want to be cool. When I'm older, I'm gonna be like, you know what? It reminds me of the book Everything I Know About Love. There's a bit where she always is like, yeah, we're gonna be like adults, and we're gonna be having our wine in one hand and going to art exhibitions, and we're just gonna be so elegant and classy. And then you get to that age. I don't even look that age. I look like a little boy. And yeah, no, it's just like the contrast between how you thought it would be in comparison to how it actually is. But it's also like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's quite endearing, and I really like that. I think my favorite song off that album, I really like Wet Hair, but I also really love Sex and the City. Like, that song is me. That song is so me. What's it like to be admired, hot, and desired? Yeah. It's like he's heating up and eating up a pizza pocket. I wanted one, but he forgot it. He's off his meds and he's an artist. Been there. I think what I really like about her writing is that, you know, in my own writing, there was this whole situation with the band I'm in, and, you know, someone not being in it anymore. And I kind of realized that when I wrote or like made songs, it felt like I was being commissioned to. Like, I really wanted it to work, so I essentially wrote according to what certain people like wanting to play to. And not to say that, you know, what I was writing was necessarily like not authentically representative of me, but more so like it was tapping into very one specific area of what I feel like I can offer and do, and it just felt like, I don't know, like I do really like it, but I don't want to be just doing that. Not that I necessarily know what that is, but it feels like tapping into one facet of identity when identity is like, you know. And what I really like about her writing is how it's just like, it's so, just the beauty in the everyday, or being like that awkward teenage adult where it's like, I want to be cool so bad, but I'm kind of a loser. But just being in that zone, I don't know, I just really like that. Other albums, I'm gonna make this quick. Other albums that came out when I was 20 that I love: Addison by Addison Rae, Virgin by Lorde, So Close to What by Tate McRae, Fancy That by Pink Pantheress, who I actually met this year. And this didn't come out this year, but I'm very excited to have a re-listen to Red by Taylor Swift. Now, before I move on to what I want to talk about next, I just want to talk about the albums I listed. I think one thing about me is that even though I don't really care about how I seem, but I seem like a very like she loves rock music. She's in a rock band, blah 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 blah. Which is true. I do. But not that I've really thought about it or dissected it, but pop favorite genre. It's always my top genre on Spotify or literally any other streaming service. But again, it's always like female alternative pop. Not really alternative, mainstream as well, but I don't know what you consider alternative. Like Ethel Cain, Lana Del Rey ish. But I think it's all a matter of like cinema and how they create worlds around it. I think last year my favourite song, or like my most listened to song, was Casual by Chappell Roan. But there's specifically this bit in the song when it goes into the outro or something like that, and you just feel it like, oh, I love that song. I love that song. Like the lyrics are just. It seems like it's just talking about a situationship, but sonically, and I really want to learn how to do it, but I really don't know how to. Sonically, like, it's like the lyrics can be saying one thing, talking about a specific situation, but yeah, sonically it feels like heartbreak to a different level. Like it doesn't matter if she's just saying, yeah, not to like make it small, but knee deep in the passenger seat and you're eating me out. You know, like she's saying it how it is. This is what's happening. But the way that it sounds, like it's just gut wrenching. Like I don't know how to describe it, and that's how I feel about Nettles and Dust Bowl by Ethel Cain. Dust Bowl specifically, like the bass. Oh, I got chills. Just thinking about it. Like, not to dispute lyrics at all. It's kind of like, but it's the cohesion of it, where the lyrics could be saying one thing, and then sonically, something else is happening. And that's what I mean by the cinema of it, because if you add that to maybe like a visual, oh, and not even that, but like, I think we all collectively know and feel it, because that's why we have like edits of pre-existing media and how that has made us feel, and we can connect it to how the other things have made us feel. So it's kind of like this whole archival process of like what they call it on Tumblr is web weaving. And I think when you've grown up alongside the internet, that's all you really, that is like culture in itself. Like it's not a culture tied down to where you're from, location wise or whatever. It's more like where you found yourself, or like rabbit hole you found yourself going down on the internet, and then leading to like what music you listen to, what films you've watched, and stuff like that. How you dress or how you present yourself. Like that's how an identity is kind of like what it goes into. What was I talking about? The cinema of it. Yeah. I'm gonna go on to my goals in a bit, okay? We're gonna be editing this down Okay, so going into 20 turning 21, some people that I've listed. So we have Lestat de Lyoncourt from Interview with a Vampire. I don't know, Lestat. I love that character in the TV show so much. He's everything I want to be. In my head, I'm Lestat, and I've seen like promo for like the Rockstar Lestat era, and oh my gosh, in my head that's me. In my head that's me. In my head that's me. We also have The Undertaker from WWE. I don't know, I've been thinking about WWE a lot. Like, one of my biggest goals is to play a gig in a ring. I don't mind what kind of ring, like wrestling ring, boxing, the octagon. Like, I love WWE. I think I'll do like a proper deep dive, not even on like the narrative of it all, but just like the appeal, because we all know that it's scripted, but it really does remind me, I say this every time, it reminds me of Dirty Valentine by Richard Sykin. Which is crazy. But there's this line in Dirty Valentine, which is my favourite poem by him, where it's like, where you can see right through the acting, I'm about to burst into tears. And I think about performance and reality all the time. You know, it's kind of like with the lyric thing, where it's like, she's saying one thing, like, this is what we're physically doing, you know, you're eating me out, like, but the way sonically that it feels, like the affect of it, it's just like, it just feels like you can tell that there's so much more to it. My friends call me a loser because I'm still hanging around. Like, you're being led on if you had to reduce it and compact it into words. But the way that it sounds is like generation. But that's the point. Like, and what this has to do with The Undertaker. It's just WWE is like all the times where they've actually hurt themselves. Like, they have to. There's so many layers to it. They are performing and like nailing down the stunts so that they don't hurt each other, but it needs to seem like they're hurting each other. But also, it just makes it interesting with like where if they're actually trying to like hurt each other. Like, there's so many layers to it. I just find it so. I find it so cool. It also reminds me of this scene in The Idiots by Lars von Trier. We watched it in one of my modules for uni, and there's this bit where, just look up the whole Dogme 95 film movement, but there is a scene where the actors are actually like plotting. They're actually like getting it on. Like, it's not intimacy coordination. It's not that kind of thing. It's like they're actually like P in V, and it gets to that point where it's like, this is a narrative. Like, this is fictional, but with this is like physically like real. I don't know. I had a conversation with my emotional support professor before he left, during that semester about it, and the word I just used to describe it was like, oh yeah, it was borderline like pornographic, and he was like, that makes it sound like a bit, you know, salacious, or like sensuality, for not even sensuality, like something consumption based, where it's a lot more like, this is a narrative, but it's also like real. But I don't know, just the whole performance versus reality thing really interests me. I like a lot of like music-based TV shows or manga or anime, like Daisy Jones and the Six, and Given. The dub of Given is just so like annoying though. The guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all. What's this stuff? This is like my Almost Famous. Nana. There's more. I can't remember anymore. But it's like, again, it's like with the Dirty Valentine, like that line. I just love that line where it's like, where you can see him about to burst into tears, see right through the acting. It's just like the front or the veil that you put, but it's like your emotions are so like that, like it's like, where does performance end? Where does it begin? Anyways, Audrey Hepburn. I forgot that I like have to stick to it. Audrey Hepburn, obviously, always loved Audrey Hepburn ever since I was but a single digit in age. Taylor Swift when she was 20 to 22. So we're talking like Red era, before 1989. But she's like 20. She's not 19. She's 20. I don't know. If I like do end up editing this, if I just like put a load of photos, I just thought like, I remember at that time I just thought she was so cool. I think she's one of those people where there are a lot of divisive. Everyone has an opinion on Taylor Swift. And I don't really know what my opinion of her is. I saw her last year at Wembley. I like her music, but there are so many like attached topics to her person that I won't go into. But I don't know, I just hope that it gets easier to talk about famous people. That's the end of the sentence. I think specifying it as that era saves me from becoming involved in a conversation that I don't know what I'm talking about in. But yeah, her at that age. She was just so cool. Yeah, she was just really cool at that age. Then there's also Bridget Jones, of course. There are a lot of films that I want to watch, but why would I talk about stuff I haven't watched? There are also things I want to read, but I'll get to that once I've read them. Ooh, current read. Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. I'm partway into it. I've always wanted to read Never Let Me Go. I don't know how I've not managed to, but I'm really liking this, especially what it talks about with AI. AI freaks me out. It freaks me out. I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to talk about AI. I actually don't want to talk about AI. But I think it's really interesting right now. I can't say much about it. I don't really know the opinion I've formed or I'm going to form, but I'm getting quite a good way through it. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. We also got, I'm not going to show you that because I haven't even read it. I am trying to read, this was gifted to me by my emotional support favourite professor, who no longer teaches at the uni that I go to. It is a bunch of academic essays about sex education, the TV series. I think, I don't know what happened. I kind of just like, at the beginning of the week, I just felt like I gave up on everything. Like, when it came to band stuff or academic stuff, like the two loves of my life, I genuinely thought, you know what? Cut the cameras. Time out. So reading, because he also gifted me very kindly this, his book on Ladybird, academic film essays on that, which, I don't know, the way in which he writes and connects things just feels so closely to what I would like to do when it comes to film. So I haven't read this yet, and I think it's a collection of different essays from different academics, but I just remember like watching Sex Education when I was before going to sixth form, and we know that it's set during that sixth form college age, and being like, yeah, this was gonna be like, I think to an extent there are some parallels, but I just it's like the house parties and the gatherings and the everything. Like, there is a version of teenagehood or like late teenagehood that I had in my head. Some bits of it are presented here, and like the whole dating a swimmer, first kisses, first everything. You think it's gonna happen? No. But it's not gonna happen the way that you want them, so, which they kind of do touch on. But anyways, I just think, wrote something. I don't know. I'm excited to read this because it's also the way in which he writes about it that I care greatly about, and want to do the same. Okay, so I made a like, I'm in the process of making a bingo for 21. I'm gonna go through it. So I want to read 30 books in full. I haven't read, well, clearly I have read, I do an English lit and film degree, but I haven't read books that I just want to read. I used to read so much when I was 18 on my gap year. I worked for a year so I could afford to go to uni, but yeah, I read so much, and that was like, it was miserable, but like I was really happy as well. So I just want to get back on my reading grind because there's a lot of books that I want to read. Hopefully in the year of me being 21, my band Crush Velvet will release music. Not hopefully, we will, like that's planned. I just want to make sure I blot that down with my bingo dabber. And then I want to reach conversational Tagalog. Reading it, mate, I can't read it. I can't. I can understand it being spoken to me, but speaking it, I feel like I could do it, but like, I don't know. I had a conversation with best friend Stephanie the other day about it, and it's just like, you know, with learning English, you learn it phonetically, it's phonics. I feel like that's what I need when it comes to this, but like, they don't do it that way. I want to return to Paris. Went to Paris when I was 18. Just really love it there. Sounds very stereotypical, but I do. I did A-level French, man. Look. I want to go to Dublin. Hopefully me and my friends are going to go to Dublin in September, because it's quite easy to get there from Birmingham. So why wouldn't I? I just want to have loads of Guinness, a drink, and listen to live music. Oh my god, speaking of live music, I'm going to get to that in a minute. I also want to go to Berlin. I have a friend in Germany who I really want to see, and Berlin sounds like a bit me, so why wouldn't I want to go? I want to DJ at least once. I think I got an opportunity to DJ. I don't know how to DJ, by the way. It's probably my version of DJing is just glamorized playlist queuing, but I want to do it. Oh yeah, I'll be in my straight teeth era. Like I'm getting aligners because that was like my one. Oh, we're gonna get to that in a second. My two big boy insecurities is my thyroid, my enlarged thyroid. Always thought it was Adam's apple. No, it's actually gonna be an enlarged thyroid. I still need an ultrasound for it, by the way. Hey, can someone make a call? I've been waiting. So yeah, my thyroid and my teeth. Now they're not the straightest, and I don't know. It's just like they're my two, and they're in the same alignment as well. They're my two, just physical, not insecurities. They just like, they're just inconvenient. They just piss me off. So, and this has definitely got something to do with some like concerning health thing. And my teeth is just purely like, oh, I just want straight teeth. Sorry about it. So we're gonna be going on that. Okay, also here we say no dating apps. No dating apps. Yeah. I've made some real good friends from Hinge. But every time it veers on the level of like flirtation or borderline romance or any of the sort, it freaks me out or it goes wrong. So my friends say that it's a form of self-harm or psychological warfare. So I think if I know what's good for me, I'm just not gonna touch it. Okay, next one is a kiss, baby. Just one. Never had my first kiss, like a proper one, consensually. Cut that out. Cut. So 21. Maybe not. It could be a running bit. And it's just like opportunity has presented itself. I just didn't want to with that person. I just didn't want to. It's not a matter of the opportunity not presenting itself. It's just a matter of like I didn't feel like it. So I'm not gonna force myself to do anything I don't want. It's just more so like it'd be nice. It'd be nice if I wanted. Oh, and the last thing I wrote down was graduate with a first class. And that's all I got for my bingo thus far. So yeah, I obviously said I want to go Dublin, Berlin, Paris. Oh yeah, here are random things that I've been thinking of. I want to learn how to play the banjo at some point. Maybe not at 21. Yeah, there's something about Irish traditional music and they have like those tenor banjos and I just really get me a banjo, mate. Get me a banjo. I'm so serious about like the Stade de Liancourt, The Undertaker, and just who's that guy that sings Amarillo by Morning, or like Bob Dylan. I don't know if you played the banjo. There's something about that like country music-esque type of thing that's just like that's me. Hey, in my head that's me. Well, then we also have the Doc Martin Arcadia boots, Sinclair style. I bought myself secondhand Doc Platforms Jaden boots. Just said that in like a complete weird order. So I could wear them like every day at uni. They were like my uni shoe. Because I don't really own a lot of shoes. I'll be real. and they've served me so well. So I think as like a little graduation present for myself, I want those boots because you can't really see it here, but it matches my hair, and it's just like Doc Martens, like Doc Martens, like. Oh, I want to get a new library card because I lost mine for the county I'm in at the moment during Freshers Week, which was almost 2 years ago, and they have some pretty banging books, and I want to read them. So, what else did I want to talk about? Places, people, current read, goals, prediction, photos, and videos. Yeah, maybe I'll just do like a compilation. Oh, hello. Compilation of videos and photos that I want to do compilation of. So if I do that, enjoy that. Goals and predictions. Goals and predictions. Goals and predictions. What am I predicting? Okay. Let me get the notes up. Oh. Just me, he look amazing. Girl, why are you doing that? Spicy McNuggets, can you just calm down? Oh my goodness. Hey, just stop. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I want to learn. Oh my god, why is this thing so annoying? I want to learn how to make. I want to get cracked at Ableton. Okay. Like Ableton will be seeing me. Then what else? Yeah, I want us to perform in a wrestling ring. Probably won't be anytime soon, but that would just be great. And then what else? I just want to make more stuff to do with and so like lyric videos, demos, covers, just a bunch of archival stuff, documenting a lot of it. Weirdly, I also want to do like analysis videos of like me analyzing song lyrics or like albums, like where it's like on a Zoom or Teams recording, and and I'm like a teacher, and then I've got like a visualizer, and we're going through it line by line. I don't know. I'm gonna keep doing well with my academic essays. Might even do something where I read out my favorite bits of essays that I've written into like a little video essay type beat, because I am very proud of my intellectual property, I guess you could call them. Want to record more songs that we have written and have been sitting on, as well as writing more, but I think I still want to be in that phase where I'm like trying to figure out the different facets of that whole thing. Thinking thoughts. Just writing more in general. Just documenting more. I think those are the main ones. I think I'm doing pretty alright for, the age I'm at, even though I look like a little boy right now. But hopefully this update was, we're going to be editing this down, but yeah, academically, I hope that we're solid and not keep leaving things to the last minute. I hope that we're seeing more of the world when we can and making money when we can. With drama not being about, I'm hoping that we can find a way, like, I don't know, there's something about like Harry Teardrop's music where he has the guitar and all of that, but he also has like the like not acoustic drums, whatever not acoustic drums are. And I think that's what I'm thinking of doing. Like, I've always liked breakcore, like when people sample music in that way. So I think it'd be really interesting to have like I don't know, there's this image I have in my head where it's like my friend Akin like on the decks behind us, like DJing, and then me and Mary, like she's on bass, I'm on guitar, doing the little embellishments and like singing over it. I don't know if that would work, but that's an image I have in my brain. I'm thinking of talking to other music people or just people in general who inspire me, because at the beginning of this week I really was like given up, like there's no point. But there are people I know in like the music circles in Birmingham, and mutuals, if you could call them that, online. And I don't know, I like having conversations with people in that way, where it's not about ego or like I do this, I do that, but more so like a how do you do it? How do you do it, and what do you recommend? Yeah. So it's now 35 past midnight. I've been yapping for an age. But thank you for listening if you have, and I hope you've enjoyed. I might not even edit this and post it, but it's just nice to have down somewhere. So